Welcome, dear listener, to this intimate journey into the hidden depths of the Aries soul, where we explore the untold fears that lie beneath the confident exterior. As you settle into a comfortable space, allow your mind to wander freely and open up to the gentle revelations that await you over the next few minutes. Today, we embark on a reflective conversation that gently unveils the secret anxieties even the most fiery and assertive Aries keep locked away within. It is an honor to share this time with you, a moment of quiet introspection where vulnerability gracefully meets strength, creating a delicate balance that defines the true essence of an Aries. Imagine a soft sunrise, its warm glow dissolving the darkness of night, inviting you to face your hidden uncertainties with compassion and a serene heart. For the next 3 minutes, let this dialogue flow like a calm river, carrying you through experiences and insights with the natural ease of a trusted friend's voice. In our conversation, we will explore how the remarkable traits you admire in an Aries, passion, determination, and unwavering confidence, are interwoven with subtle fears that often go unspoken. Behind every bold step lies a quiet apprehension, a yearning to connect deeply while dreading the exposure of one's inner fragility. This exploration is not meant to undermine the admirable qualities of an Aries, but rather to celebrate the intricate tapestry of human emotions that makes us all beautifully complex. As you listen, allow your thoughts to settle and your spirit to be open to the idea that embracing our hidden fears can lead to a more profound self-discovery and growth. In this safe space of honest conversation, every word resonates with the promise of understanding and every pause offers a moment for reflection. Let these moments guide you gently toward recognizing that true strength lies in acknowledging both our light and our shadows. Thank you for joining this journey of self-exploration and heartfelt insight, and may the warmth of these words nurture your inner courage and inspire you to embrace every facet of your being. As we begin, remember that the courage to explore your innermost vulnerabilities is the first step toward a richer, more authentic life. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath as you allow the gentle cadence of these words to wash over you, soothing any lingering doubts or restless thoughts. In the soft murmur of this narrative, every phrase is designed to evoke a sense of calm clarity, inviting you to reflect on the duality that exists within every heart. The Aries spirit, known for its dynamic energy and bold leadership, often conceals a quieter, more tender side, one that fears the vulnerability of exposing one's deepest emotions and uncertainties. This delicate paradox is at the core of our discussion, reminding us that strength and sensitivity are not opposites but harmonious complements in the journey of self-realization. As you listen to this narrative, imagine it as a warm embrace that gently holds you in a space of unconditional acceptance, where every hidden fear is acknowledged without judgment. Here, in this intimate setting, we celebrate the intricate layers of the human experience, recognizing that each fear is a stepping stone toward a fuller understanding of ourselves. Let the calm tone of this conversation inspire you to embrace both the light and the shadows, knowing that each plays a vital role in shaping the resilient, multifaceted individual you are. May these 3 minutes of heartfelt reflection guide you to a newfound sense of inner peace and authenticity, reminding you that every fear faced is a victory embraced. 1. The fear of vulnerability. Aries, renowned for their daring spirit and unyielding determination, often conceals an internal tremor of vulnerability that belies their fiery exterior. Beneath the bold and confident facade lies a tender core that quivers at the thought of exposing its deepest sensitivities, a fear born not from weakness but from the harsh lessons of past wounds. In quiet moments away from the spotlight, an Aries confronts the truth that even the strongest heart is susceptible to pain when it reveals too much of itself. The act of vulnerability is seen as both a risk and a necessary pathway to deeper connection, yet the memory of previous disappointments and misunderstood intentions weighs heavily on their resolve. Each attempt to share a personal truth is met with an internal battle, a struggle between the desire for intimacy and the instinct to guard against potential harm. This paradoxical dance of strength and fragility unfolds in silent moments of introspection, where echoes of past hurts remind them that the world can be unkind to those who dare to bare their souls. In these moments of self-reflection, the Aries learns that embracing vulnerability, though daunting, can lead to profound transformation and a richer, more authentic life. The quiet courage required to step beyond one's comfort zone gradually transforms fear into an invitation for growth, allowing the heart to expand and forge connections that honor both resilience and tenderness. Each hesitant confession and vulnerable admission becomes a stepping stone toward a deeper understanding of oneself, ultimately redefining strength as the capacity to be open and real despite the risk of pain. In accepting that vulnerability is intrinsic to the human experience, the Aries discovers a new dimension of power that lies in the harmonious balance between protection and openness, forging a path toward emotional liberation and lasting connection. 2. The fear of rejection. Although Aries are celebrated for their assertive drive and confident demeanor, many harbor a quiet and persistent fear of rejection that shadows their interpersonal relationships. Behind their self-assured exterior lies an internal dialogue filled with uncertainty, a constant worry that their true self might not be fully accepted or understood by those around them. This apprehension often originates from early encounters when genuine vulnerability was met with indifference or disapproval, leaving subtle scars that influence how they approach new connections. In moments of solitude, the Aries contemplates whether every sincere gesture or heartfelt expression might invite criticism or dismissal, causing hesitation before fully opening up. The push and pull between the yearning for deep connection and the instinct to protect oneself creates a delicate internal balance. Every warm smile, every earnest conversation is tinged with the fear that beneath the surface of interaction might lie the cold sting of rejection. Yet, within this struggle exists the potential for transformation. By learning to view rejection not as a measure of their worth but as an inevitable facet of human experience, Aries can slowly build the courage to reveal their inner self more freely. With each small act of authentic engagement, the shadow of rejection recedes, replaced by a growing confidence that one's value is inherent and not defined by others' responses. As they embrace the lessons that come from occasional setbacks, the Aries gradually understands that true connection is built on mutual respect and shared vulnerability, and that every moment of rejection is but a stepping stone toward a deeper, more resilient self. 3. The fear of failure. Renowned for their relentless ambition and unwavering drive, Aries are paradoxically haunted by a deep-seated fear of failure that undermines even their greatest achievements. This anxiety transcends the simple act of missing a target. It is an inner turmoil that equates any setback with a personal shortcoming, threatening the very core of their identity. In the quiet aftermath of a perceived failure, the inner critic of an Aries speaks with a harsh and unyielding tone, magnifying every error into a symbol of inadequacy. The pressure to excel is relentless, turning every challenge into a high-stakes gamble where even a minor misstep can feel devastating. Yet, amid this internal storm, there is a transformative possibility. Each failure, however painful, offers a unique lesson and an opportunity for growth. By reinterpreting setbacks as natural steps on a journey toward mastery, the Aries can gradually shift their perspective and learn that failure does not diminish their worth, but rather refines their character. The process of embracing failure, with all its discomfort, becomes a catalyst for innovation and personal evolution. With every challenge faced and every mistake acknowledged, the once paralyzing fear softens into a driving force that propels them to take calculated risks and forge new paths. In this evolving narrative, the relentless pursuit of success is balanced by an acceptance that true achievement is built on perseverance, resilience, and the willingness to learn from the missteps that punctuate the path to greatness. 4. The fear of losing independence. For the fiercely independent Aries, personal autonomy is the lifeblood of their identity, and the fear of losing it casts a long shadow over both their ambitions and relationships. Independence is not merely a trait but a foundational principle that fuels their drive and creativity, and the thought of relinquishing control stirs an inner anxiety that is hard to shake. The notion of being bound by obligations or compromising one's freedom triggers memories of past experiences where independence was eroded, leaving behind a lingering sense of vulnerability. In the quiet moments of introspection, the Aries contemplates the delicate balance between self-reliance and the need for connection, recognizing that true strength lies in maintaining one's essence even within the bonds of intimacy. The prospect of dependency, however slight, is perceived as a threat that might dilute the very qualities that define them. This internal conflict manifests as a constant struggle to preserve autonomy while yearning for the support and closeness that come from deep, meaningful relationships. Over time, the Aries learns that safeguarding independence does not require complete isolation. Instead, it calls for a harmonious blend of personal freedom and collaborative trust. By embracing the idea that interdependence can coexist with individuality, they gradually discover that sharing one's journey with others can enhance, rather than diminish, their unique spirit. Through this process, the fear of losing independence transforms into a challenge to redefine what it means to be truly free, forging a path where personal sovereignty and heartfelt connection mutually reinforce one another. 5. The fear of intimacy. In the realm of emotional connection, Aries often grapple with an intense fear of intimacy that seems at odds with their outward confidence and vivacity. While they are celebrated for their bold self-expression and passionate energy, deep within lies a reluctance to fully open up and share the most personal facets of their being. This fear of intimacy stems from an apprehension that true closeness might expose vulnerabilities too profound to control, leaving them susceptible to emotional pain and loss. The prospect of forming deep, genuine bonds is both magnetic and intimidating, as it demands an unprecedented level of openness and the risk of dissolving carefully maintained boundaries. Memories of past experiences, where moments of tenderness were met with unexpected hurt or disappointment, cast a long shadow over their willingness to engage deeply with others. The internal conflict between the desire for connection and the instinct to protect one's heart creates a persistent tension that can stifle authentic expression. Yet, amid this struggle, there lies the potential for profound growth and healing. By slowly learning to trust that intimacy is not synonymous with vulnerability exploited but rather with the sharing of strength and tenderness, an Aries can begin to dismantle the barriers that keep true connection at bay. With each gentle step toward opening up, they discover that the rewards of intimacy far outweigh the transient fears that once held them back, revealing that a heart willing to be seen in its entirety is a heart destined to experience the deepest forms of love and understanding. 6. The fear of the unknown. In the midst of life's unpredictable tapestry, an Aries confronts the profound fear of the unknown with a quiet determination that belies their outward bravado. Every step into unfamiliar territory awakens a cascade of emotions, where curiosity wrestles with apprehension and bold dreams intersect with the uncertainty of what lies ahead. This fear is not born of a lack of courage but rather a deep-seated recognition that the future, with all its possibilities, remains an enigma that challenges even the most resolute spirit. Within the chambers of an Aries heart, the unknown looms as both a vast canvas of potential and a shadowed realm of risks that may upend carefully laid plans. As each decision carries the weight of unforeseen consequences, there emerges a delicate dance between ambition and anxiety, where the thrill of adventure is tempered by the silent whispers of doubt. The internal battle is as old as time itself, a yearning for discovery intertwined with the fear that every new horizon might conceal hidden pitfalls. In moments of solitude, the mind of an Aries reflects on past leaps into the abyss, where success and failure intertwine to create a mosaic of hard-earned wisdom. Yet, even as the fear of the unknown tugs at the edges of their confidence, there is an undeniable beauty in embracing uncertainty as a catalyst for growth and reinvention. The paradox of desiring change while dreading its unpredictable nature reveals the intricate layers of an Aries' inner life, where vulnerability and strength coalesce in a continuous cycle of challenge and transformation. Every uncharted path beckons with the promise of self-discovery, urging the Aries to step forward despite the inherent risks, confident that each encounter with the mysterious future is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and ultimately become more whole. This journey into the uncharted is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, where the fear of the unknown is not an insurmountable barrier but a powerful invitation to evolve. It is within this interplay of doubt and daring that the true essence of an Aries is revealed, a spirit that, while wary of uncertainty, finds solace in the infinite potential that each new day holds. Embracing each uncertainty with renewed hope, the journey continues. 7. The fear of betrayal. Beneath the dynamic exterior of an Aries lies a subtle, often hidden fear of betrayal that shadows even the most steadfast relationships. This fear, deeply rooted in past experiences of hurt and disappointment, manifests as a lingering wariness that prevents them from fully surrendering to trust. The memory of broken promises and the sting of disloyalty linger like ghosts in the recesses of their mind, reminding them of the vulnerability that accompanies heartfelt connections. In the quiet moments when the world falls away, the anxiety of being deceived or abandoned creeps in, casting doubt on the sincerity of those who seek entry into their inner circle. The pain of betrayal is not simply about a single act of disloyalty, but rather a profound disruption of the unspoken covenant of mutual respect and honesty that an Aries holds sacred. Every smile, every word of assurance is weighed against the risk of being left exposed to the cruelty of disloyalty, a risk that can turn the most promising bond into a source of deep inner conflict. This internal struggle, where the desire for connection is perpetually countered by the fear of being stabbed in the back, creates a delicate balance between openness and self-protection. The very thought of betrayal can evoke a storm of emotions, anger, sorrow, and a cautious retreat into a shell built to guard against further harm. Yet, within this painful apprehension lies the possibility for profound healing, for every scar of betrayal carries with it the lesson of resilience and the wisdom of discernment. In learning to navigate the turbulent waters of trust, an Aries discovers that the journey to overcoming the fear of betrayal is one of reclaiming power and redefining what it means to be truly loyal. Each step taken toward vulnerability, despite the looming threat of disloyalty, is a brave declaration that the desire for genuine connection outweighs the terror of potential deceit. By reconciling the painful past with the promise of a more secure future, the Aries gradually learns that while betrayal can wound deeply, it does not have to dictate the course of their relationships or diminish their capacity to love fully. In embracing this duality, the Aries transforms the fear of betrayal into a source of inner strength, enabling them to build relationships on a foundation of mutual trust and unwavering commitment. 8. The fear of confrontation backlash. Despite their reputation for assertiveness and directness, many Aries harbor a quiet apprehension about the potential backlash that can accompany confrontation. This fear of the repercussions that may arise from standing up for oneself is a nuanced aspect of their complex emotional landscape. For an Aries, the act of voicing a strong opinion or challenging an injustice is often accompanied by the hidden worry that the intensity of their confrontation might provoke more conflict than resolution. The possibility of alienating friends, colleagues, or loved ones looms large in their mind, casting a shadow over their natural inclination to be forthright and passionate. In the heat of a debate or the midst of a critical conversation, the fear of harsh criticism and unanticipated retaliation can temper their words and actions, creating a tension between the desire to be heard and the need to maintain harmony. This internal conflict is especially pronounced when the stakes are high and the outcomes uncertain, as the Aries weighs the cost of potential fallout against the righteousness of their cause. Deep within, there is an understanding that confrontation, though sometimes necessary, carries the risk of escalating into personal attacks or emotional turmoil that could leave lasting scars. The very nature of their assertiveness, while a source of strength, also exposes them to vulnerabilities that they would rather keep hidden from the world. As they navigate this delicate balance, the Aries learns to temper their boldness with a touch of caution, ensuring that their pursuit of justice does not inadvertently lead to isolation or regret. The fear of confrontation backlash is a reminder that every passionate outcry must be measured against the potential for unintended harm, urging them to find a middle ground where honesty and empathy coexist. By acknowledging this fear, the Aries embarks on a journey of self-discovery that teaches them the art of constructive dialogue, where assertiveness is paired with compassion and resilience. In the end, this struggle is not about diminishing their voice but about refining it to resonate with both strength and sensitivity, ensuring that every confrontation is a step toward growth rather than a cause for lingering remorse. With thoughtful reflection, the voice endures. 9. The fear of not being in control. For the fiercely independent Aries, the notion of not being in control is a deeply unsettling prospect that strikes at the core of their identity. Every situation that threatens to undermine their ability to steer the course of events stirs a profound anxiety, as if the very essence of who they are is being challenged. This fear of relinquishing control is not merely about managing external circumstances, it reflects an inner conviction that mastery over one's life is the key to personal success and fulfillment. When confronted with uncertainty or the unpredictable actions of others, an Aries experiences a surge of tension that compels them to assert dominance, even in scenarios where subtlety might be more advantageous. The constant drive to maintain order and command respect can sometimes transform into an overwhelming need to micromanage every detail, leaving little room for spontaneity or trust in others. In the quiet moments of reflection, the realization dawns that this intense desire for control, while a source of strength, also carries the burden of isolation and missed opportunities for collaboration. Every instance where control slips through their fingers is met with a mixture of frustration and self-reproach, as the fear of chaos takes hold and clouds their judgment. Yet, within this struggle lies the potential for a profound transformation, an invitation to learn that true leadership does not come from an iron grip on every situation, but rather from the ability to delegate, adapt, and embrace the unexpected. By accepting that relinquishing control on occasion can lead to richer, more dynamic interactions, the Aries gradually begins to see that vulnerability in leadership is not a weakness, but a pathway to greater creativity and innovation. This internal battle, marked by the tension between the need to dominate and the benefits of collaborative growth, defines a critical aspect of the Aries spirit. It is through this delicate balancing act that they learn to trust not only in themselves but also in the potential of those around them, transforming the fear of losing control into an opportunity for shared success and mutual empowerment. In surrendering a little, they discover strength. 10. The fear of loneliness. Hidden beneath the resolute exterior of an Aries lies a tender vulnerability, the fear of loneliness, a haunting concern that even the strongest among them might someday find themselves isolated. This fear is not about the absence of company, but rather the deep-seated worry that the bonds they cherish may one day falter, leaving behind a void of emptiness and regret. In the quiet hours of introspection, the thought of solitude can cast a long shadow over their vibrant spirit, as the memory of past connections and lost opportunities intertwines with the anxiety of future abandonment. Every relationship, no matter how fervent, is tinged with the underlying apprehension that it might not withstand the test of time or the unpredictable twists of fate. The very nature of an Aries is to forge ahead with passion and determination, yet beneath this bold pursuit lies a tender yearning for a sense of belonging that is both profound and fragile. The fear of loneliness acts as a silent companion, whispering doubts about the durability of connections and the inevitability of facing life's challenges alone. This internal dialogue, often masked by a confident smile and a determined stride, reveals a vulnerability that few dare to acknowledge openly. Yet, in the embrace of this fear lies the potential for a deeper understanding of oneself, a reminder that the human heart thrives not in isolation but through meaningful relationships that nurture growth and resilience. By confronting the fear of loneliness head-on, an Aries embarks on a journey of self-compassion and acceptance, learning that true connection begins within and radiates outward to those who are willing to share in their journey. In this delicate dance between independence and the longing for companionship, they discover that the most profound relationships are those that honor both the need for space and the desire for intimacy, weaving together a tapestry of love that endures despite life's inevitable uncertainties. The soul finds solace in shared warmth. As we draw this exploration to a close, the journey through the hidden fears of an Aries reveals a landscape rich with vulnerability, resilience, and the transformative power of self-awareness. Each fear, from the daunting uncertainty of the unknown to the aching possibility of loneliness, is not a mark of weakness but a testament to the complex beauty of the human spirit. In embracing these fears, the Aries, and indeed each of us, finds an opportunity to grow, to forge deeper connections, and to redefine what it means to be truly strong. The insights uncovered in this intimate reflection remind us that the courage to confront our deepest anxieties paves the way for genuine transformation, turning what once seemed insurmountable into stepping stones toward a more authentic existence. It is within this delicate balance of fear and hope that true empowerment is born, inviting us to see vulnerability not as a liability, but as the foundation for a richer, more meaningful life. As you carry these reflections with you, may you find solace in the understanding that every hidden fear holds within it the seed of potential and the promise of new beginnings. Let this be a gentle reminder that our imperfections and uncertainties are not burdens to bear, but unique facets of our individuality that, when embraced, illuminate the path to a more fulfilled and compassionate life. In the quiet aftermath of this exploration, may you feel a renewed sense of courage and a deeper connection to the multifaceted essence of your own spirit, knowing that the journey to self-discovery is as important as the destination itself. With each breath, hope blossoms anew.